Hey guys, it's Ross Scott on Space Cat Chat. I thought we'd take a look at the evolution of the Sith Trooper design and how it incorporates elements from different types of troopers over the eras. So obviously we've got our Sith Trooper here, Captain Phasma. These are both Black Series, these are both Elite Series. This is the Stormtrooper squad leader and obviously the standard Imperial Stormtrooper. And I also have a clone trooper as well, but this is just in the 3.75 range. So he's just down at the side there. So obviously the helmet, I'll just bring him a bit closer actually so we can see him properly, is essentially very similar to the standard Stormtrooper of the First Order, but there are some differences. I mean, the shape of this part, you know, that is very similar. The eyes are a little bit different, but that is very similar to the Clone Trooper when you see there the bit that goes down the middle, like so, which in itself is inspired by the Mandalorian style of armor. So it's taking hints from there, which I did like, because it gives it just a little bit of difference. It's like that middle part is almost like floating in the mask. But also, and I mentioned this previously, you might be able to see it now. Phasma's going to fall over, I think. If you can see, there are lines. You might just be, that's catching the light are lines on his helmet and on the other side as well. It's a bit difficult in this light, unfortunately. But obviously we see the same on Phasma, which you can actually see much better there, even though there's a bit more glare. So it's the same sort of lines that they have. It's interesting, I'm not quite sure what that signified. I think it was something to do with communications or something, wasn't it? But a lot of the rest of the armour is similar, but the this, you can see the highlighting on the chest piece, on the pectoral plates, is very different from the standard Stormtrooper, which does not really have that much detail on it. I'll just move it there. Yeah, and obviously it varies with the Imperial Stormtrooper, which is like so. Now, the reason I have got the Imperial Stormtrooper here is because I just wanted to compare the sniper guard on the knee. Here, you see it is here above the knee. Understand? But here it is below the knee, which is where it should be if you're going to have your knee having a guard. Otherwise, it's just on top of your knee. So that is a completely useless knee guard that the Sith Trooper has. Because if his knee bends, and let me just bend his leg, see? How is that a sniper guard? But yes, that is quite amusing. I mean, obviously it's just a stylistic choice and it looks interesting, but it's completely impractical. But hey, so much of Star Wars costumes and uniforms and all of this sort of thing is so impractical. So just on the back, this is exactly the same, the thermal detonator. But you can see, turn it there so you get less glare on the Stormtrooper. It has those marks. So that is quite similar, although you see the body piece here is different because this has the lines on it, whereas this one doesn't. And obviously the pauldrons, you can see some detailing on there. They don't have anything like that. Not even the Executioner Stormtrooper really had any detail other than the colouring on their pauldron. So very, very nice indeed. And obviously very different from the standard, which was the two lines on the circle, whatever that actually was. So yes, what else do we have? Like I said, I'll just bring the helmet of this one closer, so you can see. I'll bring him closer, and we'll have a kind of a comparison. If I can try and get the scaling right on this, so you can see the similarities. Though obviously this is a slightly more evolved as well, and obviously this one. The middle piece is not free floating, it is still connected, but the shape of the eyes and the middle and the top part of the mouth there is of course very, very similar indeed. So those are the main similarities I've picked up from looking at these troopers. I mean, I had to look at, like I said, the tank driver from Rogue One and the various snow troopers and all that sort of stuff. Well, I didn't really see any points of comparison there. Same with the Death Trooper. I don't really think there was much similar there also, but certainly from these it has taken a lot of stylistic cues. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how it plays off on the screen, because sometimes when it is just all one colour it's difficult to make out detail unless it has some highlighting on it. But we should just have to wait and see. It's just about another week until the movie is out, and then all of the stuff about the Sith Trooper will no doubt be revealed in the visual dictionary that is to come, which I shall be acquiring as soon as I see it. But there you go, guys. That is just a quick look at the evolution of the Sith Trooper design. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for a topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.